I recorded this video already, but unfortunately I wasn't filming half of it, so I'm here again. Probably gonna intercut some of this with some of that footage. Yes. I've been making videos on YouTube for nearly 10 years now. That's like the majority of my life. And that's crazy because I feel like YouTube being the personalized video sharing platform that it is, I probably should have made a video addressing my audience in this like format way sooner. So hello, my name is James. 10 years is a really long time, and it's weird reflecting on that time because of just how much has happened. And sometimes trying to think back now, I forget about some specific details for sure. But it's cool that there's like a digital footprint that exists of it all if I want to ever go back and check something, because I've basically grown up in here making Lego videos documenting my growing up. I've always felt really committed to YouTube and that I needed to maintain a regular upload schedule. Every video that I uploaded here needed to like meet a certain level of quality. Even this year I made a promise to myself that I would like try and upload every single month, which I failed like 2 months ago, but it's okay because I still made it really far and I'm proud of myself for that. 8 months, that's good, yes. I don't think I've been as like consistent as that on here in like half a decade, so that's a win. My approach to YouTube has like always kind of presented itself to me with a bit of irony though, because although I've taken it like quite seriously, I've never really wanted to be like a YouTuber or really want to become one. And I've never really been that great at trying to grow my channel outside of like a few direct attempts with Lego recreations. I've never really been the best at marketing my stuff to the algorithm, but that's been okay with me so long as I've had like a core audience watching my stuff. Doesn't matter how many people there are, and I've been very lucky enough to have had that at all. I always read my comments and I always try to respond to as many as possible, so I know who like most of you are who watch my stuff, but I also know that there's like a ton of you who like never have said anything ever on anything I've ever put out. Probably. And so to any of you who are just like lurking around, I just wanted to include you in this and say that if not for like all of you still here watching my stuff, I would not still be here making stuff. Again, with like growing up while being on YouTube, I've been very fortunate to not have to worry about making an income. So I've been really free to just experiment and do whatever I want and like pretty much invest all my time outside of school, of course, into making the videos I made. I really trying to ensure that I was proud of every single thing I did and that with every new video I was doing something crazy or weird or different. I've never even monetized any of my videos, not that I probably would be able to because of like how often I use other people's content in them to some extent, but I don't want this to at all sound corny or cheap, but just knowing that there's been some people watching it all has honestly been like the most fulfilling aspect of being able to upload on YouTube over the last 10 years. And I'm really grateful for all of you providing me with that space because it's been such a meaningful outlet for me and really helpful in being a motivator of keeping busy. I've been so privileged for throughout all of my teenage years to be able to work with and meet so many talented, dedicated and friendly people. I spent most of my time in the brick filming community where people like BP Animation, who I've known for 7 years, along with a lot of other people at Brick Film Day, I have never actually met in real life, which is crazy considering how much we've been able to achieve through just communicating in an online community like Brick Film Day and the brick filming community at large. I've become pretty distant from all those communities as I've just naturally grown more interested in other avenues of filmmaking and expression, but I honestly can't give enough love to all the people there, past and present. I think I'm most proud of what's been done over there, like yes, in terms of the content produced and the success of the events we've hosted, but also just for what it proves and what it's instilled within me about the power of community, collaboration and camaraderie. Brick Film Day was something me and BP came up with in 2017, and at the time it was just meant to be a singular event in which 40 people did participate. But in recent years it's grown to be an event in which like 270 people will all come out to produce a film in celebration of the medium that they're making it in, which is so crazy to me and it makes me so happy. Like yeah, the rest of the world may not know Brick Film Day, but who cares? Because all that matters is that the people in this community do, and they believe in it enough to want to contribute to it and share in their creativity and share in their support for others. I've unfortunately lost contact with a lot of people in these communities, and a lot of people I'm just bad at keeping in contact with. Some people have just disappeared off the face of the earth. And there's also just some people who I never even really spoke to begin with, but I've always been following their content. To everyone who's been around in the community for the last 10 years, I admire you all so much for your passion, and I'm really grateful that you guys are all around making brick films too. Feeling supported and seen in a community like that also allowed me to experiment with a lot of other mediums that for a while I thought no one would want to see me do, because I thought all that anyone really cared about was me doing brick filming because it was all that I had done. And if that was the case for some, it definitely wasn't the vocal majority. Being given that space, I was then able to expand my filmmaking circles in real life, and over the last 2 years I've had some of the most fun and meaningful filmmaking experiences with so many of my friends, and I've found new communities within that. And so to all the people in my personal life who have helped me with stuff over the last 2 years, I'm really grateful for all of you as well. But all of those thanks out the way, I really wanted to make this video to acknowledge what feels to me at least like the end of a chapter in my life, the end of a chapter in my filmmaking ventures, and the end of a chapter of my time here online. I don't really believe quitting is a thing when it comes to something creative. I don't think you can just quit being creative. So that's not my intention so much as just to move on from making videos for YouTube for a while. My approach to YouTube and just trying to upload as frequently as possible has been a self-made commitment, which has often been very detrimental to my health and has also just kind of encroached upon my perspectives regarding the future. I think at least in some circles there's an unhealthy attitude towards content creation online, and especially in the last year I've come to feel very disillusioned by it. There is such an oversaturation of content right now, and trying to compete with it is just like a one-way ticket to being burnt out. I don't understand how TikTok works. I feel so out of touch every day of my life. So I thought I'd just take a step back from feeling like I always have to make something for YouTube and just really reevaluate what filmmaking means to me and what I want to do with it in my future. Because I don't know. But I'm hoping that becomes a bit clearer. So in a way I'm quitting, but I also don't plan to disappear forever. Okay. Something else that's also always really made me sad in all my years of being in the break filming community is when people who make break films just disappear off the face of the earth, like I mentioned earlier, but they don't really give any closure to it. It just makes me so sad that people would devote their time to a hobby such as break filming for often so many years and build an audience and then just stop and not really give a reason why. And I get it, you know, passions die out and also life happens. But I've always felt closure in that regard of like a final video or something is very important for the creator as well as just the audience watching them. So it's for that reason that I've been trying to make a final brick film that I feel will be a good encapsulation of everything I've done on this channel, and that's been in the form of my Bo Burnham and Lego project, which is still ongoing. Okay, I'm trying to release it in parts, and I'm hoping to finish up the last little bits of it by the beginning of next year, which alongside a few other live action projects will, once they've been uploaded, mark the beginning of my indefinite hiatus from YouTube. There could be and might be some other projects or videos that pop up in between all that. And otherwise, I've been working on a feature-length documentary film project for the last year, but that's a whole other thing. I'm not gonna talk about that right now. But it's something that I'm really, really proud of, and I hope to be able to share it with you guys in some capacity in the future. I would say, like, here's a clip of it because I really want to be able to show some of it off. I definitely have a lot more to say, but I don't want this video to go on any longer than it needs to. Also, I have an exam tomorrow. So thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy my final videos over the next few months. They're all really special to me, and I'm really excited to share them. Thank you.